Hey everyone, I hope you're well. This is Lord of the Rings War in the North, and my character is Andriel. And for those of you who have played Andriel before, we'll look at my skill tree and think what a selfish person I really am, because there's a lot of buffs and skill points that you can put into this tree that benefit the other players in the party, which I've totally left absolutely desolate. And first of all, we're looking at Andriel's staple skill, which is Sanctuary. And basically, Sanctuary is a big bubble that she puts up that stops any missiles from coming through, whether they be arrows or magic. And that's all that does at that point until you put an extra point or 2 or 3 into Healing Light, which once you're inside the bubble, it regenerates your health. I put 1 point in there because I don't think it's necessary to be standing in a bubble in the game. I've played it through many times, and rarely has anybody needed to just stand in the bubble and get healed. You get so many potions in this game that are assigned to your left and right directional buttons that you don't need to quickly run into a bubble and get healed. It's just, we're moving forward, bang, 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 let's go. We don't want to be standing around in a bubble all day. So that's why I've only put 1 point in that. Preservation. Skills are used by any party member cost less power. That's their problem. Not interested in that. Left button in red for temporary armor bonus. Don't need that. Upgrade the elf's passive power regeneration. Don't need that. Increases the duration of Sanctuary. Now, I have not selected this for a very good reason, which you'll find out a bit later on. Don't need that. Left button and A to instantly heal nearby party members. As I said before, you've got your potions. I don't need to waste points doing that. What a jerk I am. Okay, a word of command. Right trigger and blue to unleash magical shockwave in all directions. Chance each time a skill is cast that the next is free and does not trigger a cooldown. Very, very, very important. Definitely have that if any. Upgrades the range of your word of command. Tempest Skills. Very handy. Press the left button in yellow to blast targets with the force of elemental energy. Strength of Will grants a bonus of armor based on your current will. Reduces cooldown of your active skills. Extremely important to have that quick-minded full. Smite is right trigger in yellow to devastate a single target, higher ranks, add chain damage to additional targets. Jumping down to each killing blow achieved with the skill regenerates power. Kind of handy with only 1 point chucked in there. Hold right trigger in blue to follow word of command with an overwhelming area of attack. And this is honestly just as important as the Sanctuary is the unlocking of the dual wielding for Andriel. And not because she wants to melee around, it's because there are gem slots in the weapons that give you extra damage, whether it be crit damage or fire damage or frost damage or whatever damage that you really enjoy to have. That is the reason why I have selected dual wielding. So please select that one. Empower Staff. Left trigger and right button to power up your ranged attacks. Staff Mastery increases damage done with staff. This is when all your stuff's on cooldown perhaps, and you just want to wail on them and you're not sort of flailing around like a useless person. So that's just handy to have on the side. I would rather put my points into that than chucking it down into doing favours to everybody else. So jumping down to increase the rate of the staff's ranged attacks, charge, and increases the damage bonus of charged shots, which is really handy when you've got, say, one of the fights in, say, the Barrow Downs, where you've got your bubble up and you're charging your staff up and it's a far distance away, and that hits for a devastating amount. So things like that. Jumping down to Wrath of the Eldar, which is right trigger plus blue, right trigger plus red to dispel Sanctuary. This is the most important part of the game for Andriel with her gameplay. This is what I was talking about before, for the reason of Sanctuary. With Sanctuary, yeah, it's nice and helpful to have this little bubble that you can stand inside and get healed and be protected. But the best part about this character is this Sanctuary detonates and it kills everything that is in it or in its proximity. It explodes the shit out of the place, and it's the most awesome thing to see. Now, when I started playing this multiplayer mode, people did not know what was going on. There were bodies flying all over the place, and because they were obviously playing just with their, their AI character, when you don't play multiplayer. And here's this bubble just exploding over and over again with these bodies flying as they're trying to get their killing blows in. And I'm a big spammer of this because it is so effective, and it just absolutely the most devastating skill that Andriel has. So Wrath of the Elder is press right trigger and red to dispel Sanctuary with a powerful detonation. So those two are essential. Your Sanctuary and your Wrath of the Elder and your dual wielding, in my opinion, are the most important parts of her skill tree. Then we've got the any friendly ranged attacks fired through within the Sanctuary do extra damage. To be honest, in this game, most of your combat is close quarters. You have your archers that you can take out really quickly. There's no need for you to be standing in a bubble and shooting arrows, when you're on the move all the time. So I just find that an absolute waste for Andriel to have. And finally, Burst of Light, press the left trigger and blue to conjure a slow but highly lethal bolt of explosive energy, and left trigger and the blue to detonate it. So indeed, she has a really great skill tree, and that is, in my opinion, the best way to build her character. I can't speak for the other characters. I'm not a big fan of being a ranger or a warrior type at all. That's just how I sort of like to play my games. So hopefully that has helped you, and enjoy Lord of the Rings War in the North. And indeed, it is a very fun game, not only to play by yourself, but also it has a really great matching system for multiplayer, where you can just go along yourself and then somebody can just jump in and come play with you. And also with that, you need not worry about the sharing of the loot, because it's not like somebody goes over and opens a chest and it's all theirs. When a chest is open, you take yours, they take theirs, and the other person takes theirs. It's all separate, the content of the chest. So there's no ninjaing going on in this game, which is absolutely brilliant. But I'll get onto that stuff later. This is just about skill trees at the moment, and hopefully that helps you play this character. And let's just jump quickly across to that's just my basic stats there for her, and there's the gameplay stats, which, as you can see, I have no life because I played this so many times. So thank you for subscribing, and I will talk to you soon, and have fun playing Lord of the Rings War in the North.